Hi, thank you for so much positive feedback on my article on positivity from last week. That really gave me a lot of encouragement and great feedback. As follow up to that, today I'm going to talk about humility, humbleness. To start with that, as I was thinking about writing this article, I just called my one of my friend. I found out he had a medical issue over last month. I'm glad I talked to him. This reminded me about 4 years ago, I had a heart attack. It was pretty severe, and because of my wife's timely action, I was able to survive and be able to be here. This teaches you humbleness, humility. In life you have a lot of big plans, but it doesn't work out that way. But with all of these, what I learned from those foundational knowledge which I had from Sri Lanka, going through all over the world, and then working in Silicon Valley in a high paced environment, all of them helped me understand the humility and humbleness, how it helps out. To start with that, my foundation was set in Sri Lanka with my family and my community. I used to, as I discussed earlier, I used to work at my father's store, and my father passed away when young, and my brother, Punch, who took over the store when he was 20, we were running the store. During that time, we encounter all different kind of people, older people, younger people, and everything. And my brother and I would, when we talk to people, we will give them respect and call them sir or ayah. How can we help and all that. I remember one of the scenario. One of the person who was a friend of my father came and said, "You guys have very established business and all that. You shouldn't be calling other people sir and all that because you are better than others." That's what in the indication he was giving. But we believed in encouraging, giving other people, making them feel better. That is better for a business as well as better for a moral. And we continue to do that, and that continued in our heart, and we continue to build bigger and very happy customer base. And then later, as I moved from Sri Lanka to Africa and coming to US to work on it, during my college years, I worked with so many different people, so many diverse people. One of the things people talk about is, oh, these, a lot of people who are coming from who are, foreign countries, they are so smart and they can do that. What I found out was there were equal amount of, good people or the, smart people from US universities. You were brought up here. But what the difference is, we come as a selected few of us come to US, while these are, 90% of the people are from US. So there is, the top of the cream of the crop. They are very smart people. While I doing that, for example, first one I met was a guy called Rich Von Lehe in Minnesota. He was my lab partner through many of the courses, and he was an amazing hands-on doing any electronics work, making project work and all that. Him and I became very good partner on all of our projects because I was able to theoretically do things. He was able to do hands-on, and we could collaborate and make things happen. The same way, I had another friend who came from Pakistan. His name is Babar, who studied at Minnesota and came to Stanford same time as me. We did a great projects. One of them is the building a video game of a cricket game. That turned out to be really good project, and there I was able to build the hardware section of it. He had so much knowledge and the deep thinking. Us working together, we were able to accomplish that one within one quarter. The same time, I work. Another person is from Indonesia. I worked with him, Sam, and he was a great software developer. I was the hardware guys. We built together in a few projects and games together. Just like that, you want to know what is you are good at it, and be humble enough to learn from others what they are good at it and put them together for the greater good of the project. So applying my foundation, my learning, then I went to work for my companies. I always appreciated that. So I will go and look for people, who understand some of these things better, or do things something better. Or sometime, even though I know the answers, I hold it back for others to come and explain to you. That way, the product is, become successful as well as scalable. You can give more people to work on it. So I have worked with so many of these people, and so many and learned so much. People still come and ask me, you came from Stanford, you know most of these things. But to me, being humble, being understanding what they are thinking about it, and able to enable them and encourage them, always the product is 1 plus 1 is not 2, 1 plus 1 become 3 or even 10. So that kind of greater outcome. So in this week article, I talked about humbleness. So humility. So please go ahead and read and let us know what do you think about it, how this affects your day-to-day life. Thank you. Bye.